Welcome back inside the Now Morning Show. The Emancipation Support Committee is celebrating African History Month by hosting the African History Quiz and Spoken Word Competition 2024. Yesterday, I know you were tuned in, you were locked into the African History Quiz, and you see how tense it was. You see all the bacchanal. This morning, I have with me a program officer at ESCTT and the competition project coordinator, Khadija Dyer, joining us on set, alongside the captain of the St. Mary's College team for the African History Quiz, Jeruel Solozano. Good morning to you both and welcome to the show.
Good morning, Marcus.
How are we doing this morning?
You're okay.
Jeruel, you recovered from yesterday?
Yeah, it was a real tough day, but yeah, I'm good.
All right. So, first of all, tell me how the competition has been going this year.
This year, amazing. This year is one of my favorite years since we have been doing this.
Khadija, you say that every year. Every year is your new favorite year.
No. This year, we had a lot of surprises. The students really came out and gave us a run for our money.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they studied the manual back to front. They're rattling off answers. We had several tiebreakers, which we'd never had before.
Really?
No.
So, I mean, they come prepared for it this year.
Prepared. Despite they having their own schoolwork,
Yeah.
they said, nah, besides gunning for the cash prizes and physical prizes, the bragging rights, they won that bragging rights.
Because was it Naps that won last year?
Yes, Naps
and
won.
And they came on the show well bragging last year, so
Yeah.
I understand the bragging rights. All right, cool. Jeruel, tell me what the process is like in terms of preparing for this competition.
Preparing is all about just internalizing what they give you. It's all about internalizing that work and consistency. Because if you're trying to internalize with a short amount of period of time,
so you can't cram.
Nah, can't. And that's one of the difficulties too. You can't cram. So you have to have that balance there really. So it's like an everyday process. You can't just go. You can't skip a few days in between. Mm-hmm. You have to really be consistent with it, otherwise the information won't stick.
How long have you been preparing for it? You and the team?
Ever since we preparing, even before the orientation, and we preparing mentally. So as soon as we got the booklet, it's just straight gas.
Did you know any of the information that was in the booklet before getting it?
No, but I know what format it might have come.
What format? When you say the format, it might have come.
Like what the chapters would be like, how to be formulated. So I had that memory, so I could prepare my team and tell them what to expect.
You did it before?
Yes.
So you had the cheat code. That's what going on there. All right. So Khadija, just remind us, in terms of the competition, is it primary and secondary, or is it only secondary?
So the history quiz component is secondary, and the spoken word component is the primary level. Yes.
All right. This morning, I really want us to focus on the quiz element of it, not just because we have Jeruel here, but in terms of what information is shared. And what information is, because people often have a misconception when they hear Emancipation Support Committee and they hear African Quiz, they think it's very specific things. Give us a general idea as to what some of the topics covered were.
So it is African oriented. We provide not just historical facts, but also to tie it into modern issues right now. So for example, this topic of reparations. So for this year in the booklet, we introduced the story of 40 pieces. Tell me the name of it. 40 acres and a mule.
Right.
And that came out of with the story, the emancipation story in America. Now, most persons don't know about it, but we introduced this here to tie back into reparations, to give the child a better understanding of what is reparations, the process of reparations. Right? So we have the historical facts, we have persons in the booklet. So, for example, we introduce our panelists as scientists. Because again, you know that the pan, our steel pan, is the only instrument that has been developed in the 20th century. So we see them as panelists, African scientists.
Yeah.
Right? We also have general knowledge information, giving them information about how Carnival came about, the panorama, road march, or Calypso on the whole, because again, through Calypso, our stories are told. And we have the scientists, general knowledge, historical events, so the book is as he said, is 4 parts.
Yeah.
Right? So we produce it in a way, we present it in a way that is easily digestible for them.
Yeah.
And as you say, it's a cheat code.
Well, as I was saying, he have a cheat code there because he not only is the book a cheat code, but he did it last year. So,
Yes.
but was there new information in the book that you didn't have last year?
Basically everything.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
do you read? So you'll redo the book every
We
year?
review the book every year. So as soon as January hits,
Yeah.
my team and I, we start looking for topics.
Okay, and you purposely change the information in it so that they get new information.
Correct, they get new information, and we also try to tie it back into what's happening now in the African diaspora.
Ah, okay. Gerald, tell me something that you learned during the course of it that you find very interesting.
Well, the struggles with reparations, how different nations across the world and what happened to them and how they're struggling to get back reparations after what other foreign nations did to them, all the injustice. I didn't even know countries like nations like Herero and what they had to go through. I think that was very eye-opening to me because, there's a lot of things happening out of our island of Trinidad and Tobago. So I'm glad to have gained that knowledge, and I'm glad to see the steps taken towards those. I'm glad to see the steps taken towards reparations after so many decades and centuries even of injustice.
Most definitely. But in terms of when you and your peers, your team members, classmates talking afterwards, do you all talk about any of the topics in the book and like discuss it?
Yeah, well, after, so many weeks of drilling the information in your head, natural conversation comes about and we just talking about, this actually happened. Why don't they do this? And how did this even happen? So it's a natural conversation starter because we all have the knowledge in our head.
Yeah.
And it's like a normal everything time thing in school, even when it's break time, we could be talking. I could just bring up a section in the book and everybody will start to talk about it. So it's like a nice community building thing.
Yeah, but do you all also disagree about parts of it? Is there anything that people say, well, I want to question this and I want to...
We would definitely question the decisions made by the foreign powers who did injustice to the like here, Germany and Herero and Namibia.
Right.
We definitely would question Germany's actions. So that's how the conversation would mostly come about.
Okay, very interesting. In terms of the semi-finals, right? We saw it yesterday on TTT. We know the finals are coming up on Sunday.
Yes.
We know who the finalists are already.
Yes.
They've been announced. How many teams
Yes.
have made it to the finals?
4.
4 teams.
Yes.
You want to list them out for us?
In Mary's College.
St. Mary's College. I love that you put them first. Go ahead.
So actually for the finals, we have the males going to get licked by the females. Because we have 2 female teams and 2 male teams.
But I don't understand you saying it like the licks done share already. I don't understand. I feel like...
I manifested it.
Gerald, what's going on here?
I really don't know.
I have to root for the girls.
This
team,
is a
girl
no,
power. I have
ma'am. You are
root
supposed
for
to be
them.
unbiased.
I am.
You are the program
I didn't pick a
coordinator.
team. I didn't pick a team. I just sing girl power. So we
So you
have
pick 2 teams.
we have Holy Faith Convent Vancouver. We have St. Joseph's Convent San Fernando.
All right.
CIC and St. Benedict's College.
So CIC is the only school from Port of Spain.
Correct.
How does that feel, Gerald?
We basically felt like we had to carry the knot on our shoulders, and I think we did a really good job.
Yes, they are. Yes, this year we saw a lot of South teams coming out. A lot of South teams. As far as Destiny.
Did NAPS girls take
No,
part
they
this
didn't
year?
take part this year.
Oh, I was
No.
wondering how come they didn't make it to the finals. I was now going to get real bossy on them. But
did.
all right, so this is a fantastic initiative. Tell me what you've gained from the initiative so far in terms of what KPIs you may have set out and achieved by just as we get to the semifinals.
Yes. For me, it's seeing the children ingest the booklet and not just come to the competition to regurgitate the information, but they also go and do their own research. As he said, it's a natural conversation builder, and they're having conversations outside of the competition. Also, the community, like when it's air on TDT, we get messages from the public. I'm good going, I did not know this, how can I get this booklet? And also the schools taking the set booklet and introducing it into their classroom, using part of their history syllabus. The few schools that have history, that's another topic. The few schools that do have history, they actually use the booklet in their classroom. we also see some schools from the competition having their emancipation celebrations. Marabella North, Holy Faith Convent, Penal, they had this big hair day, this big African day. Pass with St. Francis Girls College, they also have it, and it's all coming out of the African History Quiz. San Fernando West, their captain last year, teacher told us this year that he grew so much from the competition that he was not, they saw him being a natural leader, but he didn't believe in himself to be. But after the competition, you know, he grew, his confidence grew, he's a leader, he motivated his team when they were done, you know, he really motivated them, organized everything, and that is what we love to see. That is our objectives coming to fruition.
It's a very holistic approach.
Yes.
Gerald, as the captain of St. Mary's College team, did you feel like you were a leader before coming in?
Yeah, well, I often find myself in leadership roles, so I really just took the mantle, and since day one, established who was doing what, identifies people's weakness, I offered strategies, everyone else, we collaborated in the library. Collaboration is a big deal, so that's what I kind of promote with my team. And yeah, it was a nice community and a nice experience.
What form you in?
Form 4.
In Form 4.
Yes.
Now, oftentimes, you know, people always say when you're in school, the worst part of school is group projects. This is the ultimate group project.
Yes.
You only had it.
Good.
Yeah.
Yes,
This is the ultimate group project, right? So, in terms of saying, what were the biggest challenges for you as the captain of this team?
Honestly, you are right. Group projects are a big pain, but I had a good group this time. I had a very good group. We were very cohesive in our communication, and we were all on the same page. So that made my job as the captain very easy. So we all got together every day. People were consistent with our meeting place, and yeah.
What kind of preparation going into the final for this weekend?
Oh, preparation. Basically late night study sessions and Zoom calls and just library. Every lunchtime go just library. As soon as bell ring, we need library.
So they don't eat on thing? No, you can't eat in the library.
No, we actually can.
You could eat in the library?
We got privileges. We get you.
The school real changed since I was there, boy. That's a whole different conversation. Khadija, what preparation is the Emancipation Support Committee doing for this coming weekend as we get ready for the finals?
Developing the questions, because that is a process as well.
Okay.
We can't make it too easy and we can't make it too difficult, but it's all about that critical thinking, getting them to delve deeper into the book, get them to understand why we see someone as a Pan-Africanist, is understand the true history of an event and the outcomes, how that affect the country back then and even us today as a country. So it's a lot going in.
Yeah. We can tune in to see it this coming Sunday.
Yes, on TTT. So the spoken word competition at 10 a.m. and the history quiz finals at 4 p.m.
So the spoken word competition at 10 a.m. Now, the semi-finals was Neil Byton, so I can imagine how much more Neil Byton the finals will be.
It is.
But it's airing at 4 p.m. this coming Sunday right here on TTT. Let me say thank you to you both for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
And congratulations on all your accomplishments so far. We look forward to seeing you take it home, despite what she's saying on Sunday.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to send you all the good vibes.
Thanks.
I think
Appreciate that.
before we end, I must say thank you to Miss Narina Brace and our RBL family. RBL has been our sponsor for the past, since 2012. RBL has been there with us. Also to TTT, also there with us since then, coming out. And it's not just coming to record. The I family, they even, the booklet, they answer the questions too. So we're in the production room and it's like, Kisha, we didn't know this, how you talk. We having a discussion about it.
Yeah.
Also, thank you to Lucas Zay, the drink for this year. And I also want to encourage other corporate entities to come on board. Let's make this happen.
Yeah.
It's about the trend, getting information and having fun.
Are the booklets available anywhere for the public?
Yes, you can come to our office, 5 People Rock Road.
And just get?
Yes.
All right. Well, you go and check the Emancipation Support Committee and learn something a little bit, yeah? Again, thank you, Khadijah. Thank you, Gerald, for joining us this morning. Do enjoy the rest of your day. Ladies and gentlemen, we take a quick break and we come back with more on the Now Morning Show. The African History Quiz happening at 4 p.m. this Sunday right here on TTT. At 10 a.m. is the spoken word competition that you don't want to miss with the primary schools as well. So stay tuned. We have a lot more on the Now Morning Show when we come back.